Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Andre back off. I've got to drop my truck back off to the place that fixed my radio a week ago, but that radio is still acting up, the stereo system in my truck. So I'm dropping it off. They're going to adjust some things and fix it, hopefully. And this time they'll fix it correctly. This is day number 2 of our fast, everyone. I hope that everyone is doing well. If you have decided that you were going to join us on our fast, then most likely you knew that yesterday was day number 1. And I'm sharing this with you because I want to encourage all of us to go deeper with Christ. And I know that it would be easier for us to do just that when we support one another in prayer. All right. So the corporate fast has a purpose of encouragement to draw individuals closer to God, and so that you can have someone or someones to fast and pray with. All right. So if you have not been aware and you're just not hearing this video for the first time, or knowing for the first time that we're fasting, then since June the 24th, which is yesterday, today is the 25th, Tuesday, we have been fasting. And we will be going all the way until July the 1st, which is this coming Monday. So for those of you that know that you have a need, who know that you have spiritual issues, spiritual strongholds, you are tempted often, you are weak often, you're giving into your sinful nature often, and you don't have the powers to overcome, or at least you have not yet learned to exercise the powers, then this is for you. All right? I want you to know that the power that God has offered is yours. The victory that Christ has offered for us to overcome sin is ours. He's given it to us, but we've got to work. We've got to put ourselves in a position for success. Although the victory has been given, if you don't show up to the video game system, or if you don't show up to the basketball court, if you don't show up to the tennis court, then there is no victory for you. You've got to show up to the battle so that you can win the victory. God has already given you the victory. How do you show up to this battle? This battle that you're going through with your flesh, the lust, the pornography, the drinking, the smoking, the lying, the stealing, the selfishness, the pride. How do you show up to this battle? Well, that's easy. You show up to this battle by simply coming and saying, Christ, here I am. This is what I feel. This is what I'm experiencing. I need your deliverance. That's how you show up to the battle. You show up by saying, Lord, I'm going to fight and I'm going to win because the victory is already guaranteed. See, you're paying too much attention to your feelings. You're paying way too much attention to all of the defeats in your past. You're looking back at how many times you fell into that thing. You're looking back into how many times you failed when you tried before. And so you have been demoralized by the thought of your constant failure. But listen, the victory is not in your ability. The victory is not in what you've done. And neither is the victory so much in what you are going to do. The victory is in Christ. But you are required to show up as a victor. Show up to the fight. So the next time the devil comes at you with whatever it is that you're weak against, you don't come like, oh, I'm afraid. What am I going to do? Scratching your head and all nervous and stuff. No, you stand. And you come boldly into the presence of God and you say, Lord, I want your victory. I'm taking that victory as it's mine. I'm receiving it because it's mine. Jesus died for me. He lived a perfect life for me. and he gifted me his righteousness, and I'm claiming that righteousness right now. I'm going to stop claiming the disease thinking. I'm going to stop claiming the porn. I'm going to stop claiming the cigarettes and the weed. I'm going to stop claiming the pride and the selfishness. You're associating yourself with the old you. Adopt the new you, who is Christ. His righteousness is your new you. Take that upon yourself. But we're on day 2 of this fast, and you need to fast because Isaiah 58:6 says that this is the fast that God has chosen. What fast? To break the bands of wickedness. Are you willing to admit that you have wickedness in your life and that you are controlled by it? I am. To set the captive free. Are you willing to admit that you are captive to your sin and that you are tired of being a captive? I am. To set the oppressed free. What's an oppressed person? Someone who is being mistreated and held captive by sin. Are you willing to say that that's your situation? Yep, that's me. He says he will give you victory, but he tells you how. Through fasting, not eating, getting off of Facebook and scrolling aimlessly at the women who are shaking their booties and got their breasts out, gentlemen. And for some of you homosexual ladies who are attracted to the women, you have been wondering how to break that spirit off of you. Fasting. To some of you homosexual men who are on Instagram and social media looking at other men and lusting, how do you break that spirit? Through fasting. But you got to do it. And that's why I'm here. This is day 2 of our 7-day fast. We started yesterday, Monday. We'll be going today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I will not break my fast until Sunday night, which biblically, when the sun sets on the former day, it is officially the new day. So when the sun sets on Sunday night, it will officially be Monday. And that's when I'm going to break my fast. But listen, what are you doing during a fast? You need to know this. I'm about to be at the mechanic shop where I'm dropping off my car. When you're fasting, you need to set an alarm on your phone for every 2 hours. What are you going to do every 2 hours? You're going to pray. Set a reoccurring alarm on your phone for every 2 hours. Because the most important part about fasting that will bring deliverance and freedom from sin into your life is when you pray. Okay? If you're not praying, you're really wasting your time. Because fasting without praying and reading the word is just a diet. Do you hear what I just said? Yes, your body will heal itself. Yes, you will go through different biological changes as a result of the fast. But you will not experience any spiritual growth if while you're fasting, you're not praying. And that's why I told you to set an alarm for every what? 2 hours. Listen, you can be hard-headed if you want to. I'm not here to babysit you. And I'm not that cute for you to be listening to me without taking my advice. Set an alarm on your phone for every 2 hours if you've entered into the fast and you want to sustain the fast and you want to grow through it. Set an alarm for every 2 hours. And when that alarm goes off, you need to pray. It don't have to be a 35-minute prayer. You might be at work. You just might need to bow your head and pray. You may be at home. You can, in that situation, get on your knees and pray. But the idea is that your prayer doesn't need to be a sermon. Your prayer simply needs to be an opportunity where you consult with God and you get yourself connected with the Lord. That's pretty much all you're being required to do. All right? So, with that being said and understood, that's the first thing. The second thing you need to do, and I'm here at the mechanic shop, the second thing you need to do is you need to Google King James Version scriptures that will encourage you, strengthen you, and bring peace. Because every time that alarm goes off when you pray, the next thing you need to do is that you need to read the word. I'm here at the particular mechanic shop. I will come back a little later and give another part of this day 2 of fasting. I'll give some more advice and encouragement. If you want to fast with us, leave a comment right here on YouTube. Leave a comment right here on Facebook, or text me at 423-347-9422. We have a WhatsApp group chat for all of those who are fasting. There's about 130 of us there now. We're encouraging one another. We're praying with one another. We're uplifting one another. So if you want to be a part of that group chat, holler at me. I don't know if you don't reach out and message me, text me, leave a comment here. If you don't say anything, we can't help you. You can't join us if I don't know. So don't sit there and say, well, I would like to, but don't never reach out to me and say anything. Leave a message, comment, send me a message on Facebook, or text me at 423-347-9422 and tell me that you want to join us on the fast, and we'll get you plugged in. All right, guys, see you in a bit.